Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
It's coming. It is here. It is another episode of The Backwater Bastards in
Space.
How are we all doing?
I mean, we're not dead yet.
Yes.
Well,
I think we're
yeah.
we're in
the
the vacuum of space, and we've got a ship.
Well, we have a ship. We're still isolated from that particular vacuum by a few.
In fact, you've got Larky's personal weekending ship.
Hell,
We do.
Yeah, bro.
Ooh. Do we know the
man.
name?
It's such a sick move. I gotta say, like
The Hot Pocket.
usually what we do is pretty much
The
governed
Hot
by
Pocket.
the laws of chaos. But this time
The
it feels like
personal-
we actually pulled something off.
The personal pan.
Ooh.
Personal pan. But like the plentiful pantry.
Oh, the plentiful
like,
pantry. Yeah.
sounds more like something that you would actually like think was didn't make your shit sound weird, but like the personal pan sounds like it's talking about a bedpan to me.
The personal pan
It sounds
pizza
to me
from
like
Pizza Hut.
he's
Jeez.
I was gonna say like that. It sounds to me like he
Fine.
is
The
frequenting some fine
preeminent
pizza
parlor.
establishment, and that they have a special pan just for him. You know, double size because he's a bit chunky, but he's a chunk lover.
The pristine powder room.
The glass
Anyway.
slipper.
I can't unhear the personal pan now.
personal
so I think
pan.
I think Larky's shit. You're gonna load up if you load up the call signs. Oh yeah, this is the personal pan.
The personal pan pizza.
I love all these ship names. I love that
Can
there was
we-
the cooking part, the plentiful pantry, and the personal pan. Like, there's such silly names for like spaceships.
I just want to make you aware right now that that is going to be a joke that Herodotus will not let go, even if it gets us killed.
Well, I mean, you go in the room first, and you do it.
Krusty Krab pizza.
I mean, I think it's
pizza
alright. I think
for
Larky
you
already
and
wants you
me.
dead, so like it's if anything, it might make you safer to upset him
Oh, I
more.
I
like-
mean, I
like
don't
that
think we can
prospect.
be friends after this point. I think we've crossed that threshold.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't think Larky is going to be our friend.
No.
No. He's
Ever.
going to be my victim.
It's definitely too late.
Oh yeah,
We
we're past that.
escaped. We
He
escaped.
He could have been our doubtful crony, but he chose not to. He chose death.
He really chose not to do that last thing.
So anyway, let's just sort of sum up where we are here. So
Yes.
the bastards,
Yes.
having been captured by Larky,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
intentionally, one might add, intentionally captured by Larky as they snuck a immense explosive device of questionable origin and a kind of unknown fucking effect and power to this point.
Indeed.
And having placed that, hidden it under the floorboards of a smaller transport ship on board the Terran mothership, the bastards now, having disabled the power to, and having blown up a small section of Larky's landing ship that he's planning to take down to Zarg Castle, the bastards have then just snuck off, ejecting out of the mothership on board Larky's personal pleasure vessel, actually, the personal pan.
Personal
So
pan.
stupid.
There's a, it's just his ship when he goes weekending. It's not really it is provided by the Terran military, but it is for personal use. It's not
So
not
it is
Party.
a military class vehicle.
The
Oh, it is.
party palace.
It's like a much better maintained plentiful pantry. It's a very familiar.
Deus, my vessel isn't the finest of upkeep. I would have had some slander.
The thing is, Larky has official goons on the payroll, so he can really snap his fingers and
Oh,
get
nice.
things cleaned up and dusted. Which Herodotus, I feel like Herodotus feels like he has that, but
Yeah, no, he has much better. He has bloodline contracts.
Are there guns on this ship?
it has a pair of guns.
And who's piloting?
Cleo was the one who ejected out.
Okay.
But she
Cleo is up
certainly
the control.
doesn't have to stay piloting. She could sort of squidge out of the way. But let's get ourselves in here, right? Let's start things up.
Let's do it.
Right. I'm going to rush over to the maps and navigation communications panel or whatnot and try and give whoever's piloting some help. Load myself in.
So as you eject out into space, sort of pulling away from the mothership, you get like a new view again of the battle down below happening on Zarg Moon. You can see the city has seems to be a lot more casualties now in the time that you guys have been indoors and unable to keep tabs on what's going on. A lot of their because they had these networks of shields. Very few of the shields are still up now.
No.
It's mostly just a bunch of shields around the periphery and one one shield right in the middle that seems to be getting like a very heavy bombardment. It's possibly a like strategically valuable location that the Craw have fallen back to.
I fucking completely forgot about the Craw.
What's the bombardment coming from?
The bombardment is coming from bombers pretty similar to the ones that you saw back on Sand. So they're these kind of like these very tall, but very tall kind of building-like ships almost.
Wait, so like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the ones that like those ships?
Tall. Dan, I think all we know at this point is that they're very tall.
They're
I was
very tall.
envisioning cranes.
In my mind, they're a bit more like
magazines dropping bombs.
Pointy skyscrapers, you know? Like they've got sort of like a glassy kind of look to them.
Okay.
But what they're doing is they're taking passes and they're dropping these big explosive devices. They're sort of flying down to the atmosphere and just doing bombing runs where they drop their payload and then they swoop back up. There seem to be like these individual like loading docks, like bigger ships, heavy shielding that they're reloading onto. They're all sort of like floating around beneath the mothership. And then the mothership seems to be where all the fighters are coming from. All the fighter ships are refueling and like getting their shields regenerated and then coming back out. And there's this ongoing battle between them and the Craw themselves, because the Craw have got quite a few of these more fighter class ships.
Okay.
But the battle seems to be very much in favor of the Imperials now. The Craw look like they've, from what you can see all the way up here, they've been beaten back quite far. And there seem to be as well now some like landing ships, some infantry ships just sort of going down into the atmosphere. There seems to be like constant cycle of these things getting down there now. Seems highly possible that the Terrans are taking the city.
Right.
Well, it's do or die time, people.
Yes. I'm going to pull up a scanner, a hologram showing the bombers. They're like, yes, similar from that we met at Sand. You remember the ones we blew up? Well, also I remember losing the robotic form back then.
Right. Excellent time for remembrances, Doctor. Prognosis?
Yes. Well, taking inspiration from your previous jaunt into space, Harry, I'm thinking that perhaps I could be ejected into space and picked up by Trevor.
Thirsting for the limelight, eh? Wanting to get onto the field of glory, into the old game. You fox. I see what you're doing, and I respect it.
Cleo, if you're...
You going to buy me dinner first?
Yes. Well, dinner's on the ground. Time for us to, we could halo in.
Whoa. We're leaving the captain.
You've got a parachute.
I mean, I do, but if you're back there, you're going to have it too.
Yes, well, I spent long on your shoulder. Time for me to return the favor, and I can below myself up and envelop Cleo in the honey boy.
But my mouth is out, right? So I can breathe.
We'll grab a little, grab a spacesuit.
straw.
Maybe it's probably best to put you in a
straw.
spacesuit, actually. But yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Or just like an oxygen tank.
Yeah.
You could grab just like because this is going to be a Terran-sized
Nitrous.
spacesuit on this ship. So
Yeah.
like, you probably are just going to have to like sort of rip off the head bit and then sort of like squidge it into the honey boy to make it work.
I'll plug the gaps.
Oh, God.
That's
Oh,
gross.
well, that just deals my pickle. Ow.
Yes.
That's a look though. Like
That is a
both
fucking look.
Cleo and Dr. Z is squeezed into the honey boy that's
Yes.
sort of making this thing that's like sort of part sort of rubbery, glassy, blue fucking clear liquid, and then
Lovely.
ripped apart Frankenstein spacesuit.
Are we going to jump into space?
Harry,
Yes, Doctor.
before we go, you have Crispy en route.
Very good, sir.
Now, don't require surgery when we get back.
Aye, Doctor. I shall come back with this shield. And he knocks on the ship.
Yeah.
Or upon it.
Well, yes. There we go. That's actually very, that's actually one of my favorite, what's it called? Stories about old wars.
And that is the very definition of not requiring surgery, isn't it?
Yeah. Come back alive or dead.
I'm either fine or dead. No disease and no mortal wounds, please.
Yes.
If you're badly wounded, just end it with some dignity, sir.
I feel like I really shouldn't be giving you tips here, but remember Dr. Z's
I was just about to ask about a communicator. I
was destroyed.
Literally just about to in the inventory and try and find a communicator.
But I'm good though. I have one.
Oh, so they do just have like a little sort of like a little locker that you can pop open that's got like sort of various goodies. Like if your communicator is spacesuit gets broken, they're just sort of there. You can very easily grab another communicator.
Yeah, I'll grab another one. I'll grab a spare as well, just in case.
Oh.
In a year's time, when Cleo destroys your communicator, be like, remember I have a spare.
It's in my foot.
And it literally is in the foot
Yeah.
of the jelly boy. All right. Very well. Well, when I see you again, we shall either be conjoined imperial majesties or, well, condemned traitors.
I think it's already the other.
I like your optimism, sir.
Yes.
Not the latter, but the other. Your imperial majesty.
Yeah, not wanting to stick around for all of that, I'll push the button.
Alrighty, you and Cleo in the airlock just go jettison out into space, and there's like a real, like the honey boy is having to do all it can to sort of stop itself exploding. It's like the instant you get out there, it sort of goes and like kind of inflates even further. It's got like a tautness to it, like it's just sort of being held together. And you've got this sensation that you are just sort of like keeping yourself together. You can't do much else with it other than just like hold everything together. Cleo, on the other hand, can still sort of kind of swim and flop about, but you are just sort of rotating in space as Herodotus sails off towards the your side of the moon, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be heading south, but I want to be keeping an eye back on the main ship to see what's coming after me. If he's sending scouting forces, I'm gonna fucking schwack some bitches.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna get on their flanks and their rear, like we do in the cavalry. So should I roll perception, maybe? See.
Yeah. Let's get Herodotus sort of on his way, and we'll cycle back to the other two. Yeah.
All right, D20 16.
Oh, bada boom.
Oh yes.
Ooh.
So Herodotus, like successful in plans at the moment, feeling like everything's coming together, and just looking into the rear monitors, you get a good view as you sort of vanish away, and as the mothership starts to shrink so that you can actually sort of see what's going on with it a bit more. You can still see all these fighters heading out down to the planet, but also behind you, it does seem as though a trio of ships are following.
Only a trio, eh? All right. Very well. Very good. Okay, first I want to call up the clan. Clan Zog!
You get a almost instant reply from Norris, who's manning the nerve center of the operation.
Herodotus! Your Majesty,
Your Imperial Admiral Majesty now. I fly the flagship.
Oh, I'm glad to hear your voice all right. So, did it go all right? You've planted the thing.
The very secret, absolutely not to be alarmed by device has been successfully infiltrated among the enemy ranks. I am now making my way yonder, back south towards friendly lines. I'm having a small enemy escort on my tail, and I mean to ambush them. Therefore, I must know, toot sweet, how quickly you could get to the remaining fighting-worthy vessels in the air. It might be helpful.
Yes. Well, we can, yeah. Well, I can get Billy Boy into the Grey Dragon. One of us can take the hero. There are the three fighters, and those droid friends of yours have shown up.
Very good. Ask if they'll come along. It'll be a jolly little delaying action. You see, we want to make them, angry.
You think we haven't done that already? No, I get your point. I'll pass it on.
There's angry and there's angry.
There's having and there's having.
Oh yeah. And if you don't have it, you can't get it.
I have a thought.
Yeah.
How are we propelling ourselves?
We're floating. I was thinking we would call Trevor to
you're
come
gonna
pick us
call
up in
Trevor
the
in to grab you, aren't you?
fishbowl.
Okay, cool. Because like a lot of times,
The idea is that you float like a little bit of space trash for a little while, so
Yeah.
it
Right.
doesn't look as though you came from Herodotus'
Yes,
ship,
yes.
so that no one suspects.
okay,
Yeah.
just wondering because this is often that point in every space movie where somebody's like, "This is how I'm gonna die."
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would hope I wouldn't jump to my death too easily. but
I mean, but in the past, we have done a jump and then found out.
Found out, yeah. We fuck around and then we find out.
literally electrocuted herself.
I did too.
Yeah.
But it worked that time.
We both
That was a good electrocution.
fuck around and find out. Like a whoopee cushion full of gravy. Escalated.
Time to find out. Episode title.
We've escalated it.
Norris, you can sort of hear him in the background. He's like spitting down the communicator. He's sort of barking out instructions, and it sort of sounds as though everything's go. Yeah, everyone down there has been prepping their equipment and fighters and stuff, so they're kind of ready to go at a moment's notice. You almost hear the yeehaw of Billy Boy sort of charging off towards the Grey Dragon, getting to fly that again.
All right. So I need to bring up a map of sort of the area between me and them, and try and find some sort of either weather system or topographic feature they can hide behind to create this sort of pincer maneuver. I'm gonna bring the other guys in from the top.
I like it. You can see that there is because this moon has been sort of fully terraformed to be habitable for human and similar life forms. It does have similar weather systems to our Earth. And there are some dense clouds, sort of not really sort of midway. Like it's still kind of quite close to this northern side, but you could vanish behind them and have at least some measure of cloaking.
All right. Herodotus sort of points them out on the map and says, "Remain beneath the cover until I'm in position. I shall call you with the call sign Triumph. All confirmed?"
Yeah, we're just taking off now, Herodotus.
What's
Billy
the
Boy.
call? Yeah, what's the call sign?
Triumph, success, triumph.
Yeah. Mostly reliable. I'll just shout now, or shall I?
Oh, you'd be doing us a mighty solid there, huh, Harry.
There we go. Now, I'll see you soon. Bye, darling. And gets on the horn with what's the name of the other guy who's going in?
Crispy.
Yeah.
Crispy.
Crispy, come in, Crispy.
All right, we ready to kill some humies?
We're ready to, give them a very bad time indeed.
All right, well, I owe your friend the doctor, so I guess I'm in.
Oh, don't do this because you owe him. Do it because it's fun.
Well, you're not wrong there.
I know that, and you know that. Let's show them that.
What a guy.
I was locked up for over 70 years by these people, so
Holy shit.
yeah, it's a little personal.
Oh, indeed.
Okay.
I want to see a Crispy origin arc episode.
Oh,
For
me too.
real.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Starring Dick, and Dick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just go record that for us, Dickie.
Let
us know when you're done.
Amazing.
Well then, you just tell me what you're planning, and we try and make it happen.
Do you see this general cloud cover to my south?
Clearly.
Very well. I want you to position yourself beyond the stratosphere, hidden against the dark of the stars. Then, on my call, my ground troops will elevate from beneath the cover, opening fire upon the enemy. By that time, I need you to be on their rear to snatch off their diversion.
Well, I can get behind that. We're already hiding up here in the darkness, so I guess you'll see me when they do.
Very good. Call sign is Triumph.
Roger.
Very good. Over and out. This is the Admiral.
Yeah, Admiral now. I love it. He's taken Lucky's ship and Lucky's coat, so he's an admiral.
Yep. You can take a man's
So good.
If you can take a man's ship and his coat, you can take his goddamn
Shit.
rank as well.
Yeah.
I like it.
So as Herodotus is sort of sucking down, you can see like there was the 3 ships initially were following you, but close behind, even more seems to be coming out. And they're not all just these fighter ships. There's also some larger vessels that look like they're much more heavily armed. They've got big guns on the bottom of them. It looks like they're sort of designed to really pierce through shields, and they're joining the fight as well now. So there's a mild force behind you. There's 2 of these larger ships, and some are in the vicinity of a dozen
How large are
fighters.
these larger ships? Are we talking like a frigate of like 1,000 men, or are we talking, like like an interceptor or like a cruiser thing of a couple?
Yeah, they're like
hundred
cruisers.
men?
They're more like the Grey Dragon. They're
Okay. Oh, it's gonna be fun.
they're the same sort of size as the Grey Dragon, but they do have bigger guns on them.
Very good. Very good. All right. Cruising speed towards the south. I shall perform aerial maneuvers to gain height and then do a gravity run to gain speed against. Then they'll have to speed up to keep up with the old fox himself. They'll be looking at my tail burners and not for flanking forces, I should guess. I've still got it.
Herodotus is spanning off, looking for all the world like he's turned tail and fleeing back to his
He's not
castle.
on the radio to anyone. He's just saying that to himself.
These Imperial forces are following close behind. They're keeping their formation to the three ships that were ahead, sort of pulled back to join with the larger force. No one really wants to get too close all on their own just now because, well, although it's just one man. Well, they don't really know. They think there's three of you, I suppose. But Herodotus has become a bother to an entire large invasion force. And this is getting to the point where it needs to be taken a little bit more seriously. But meanwhile, Dr. Z and Cleo are floating up above the battle, still with a sort of aerial view of what's going on.
Yes, Cleo. Yes. Yes, Cleo. Yes, I can hear you.
Z.
Yes, Cleo. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but
Not
I
clearly.
mean, I don't mean to be raising Cain or none, but I mean, how are we gonna move, Z?
Yes. Could you look? I'm
I
going
only
to.
got so much spicy air left.
Yes, I can feel the spicy air moving around already. Let's try and keep that to a
I'm
minimum for the
sorry,
remainder of the journey.
I ate a couple of things I seen in the vent.
Yes, well, it was a scary ejection. It's fine, but let me just manipulate this.
Yourself?
I'm gonna like move in the honey boy a communicator in front of Cleo and be like,
Cleo, could you
as I'm just floating like a bubble.
I'm
you
imagining
please
you actually
roll?
doing like the jellyfish swim through as Cleo.
I guess so. Yeah, the jellyfish can like float around in there as well. So I'm like floating around. I'll be like,
don't worry, I have a plan for that.
and I'll call Trevor.
Z, that's you, right?
Yes, this is Z and this is C. We're Zio again.
See you there.
You're CC top. Wait, what?
Yes.
Ow.
I see there's a force chasing one of their ships. Are you in that?
No, we're
Yes.
out here.
We're out here. We're out here in the middle of it. We're literally
What
here.
are you talking about?
Like a peach in a pie. We're floating in space,
We're
boy.
floating in space, Trevor.
Why are you doing that?
Because you're going to come and pick us up, Trevor. Now you wait until these ships fly by, and then you
Swing
come by.
low, sweet berry it.
Oh, yes.
Well, who are they chasing then? Is Herodotus in that thing?
Of course they're chasing Herodotus. Who else are they
You
going to
mean-
chase? Some other bloody
I think
bandit
you mean
king?
the admiral.
Yes, you mean the Admiral.
Yes.
Trevor, really? How have you got so far behind on what's going on?
I think I've missed a few things.
Yes, well, it's
Right.
rather embarrassing, I think.
Right, well, I'm going to come in all slow-like.
Well, you better hurry because our face is going to freeze this way.
Do it
We're
slow,
ha-
but also do it a bit fast, because I'm filling up with hot air.
Be cute about it.
As the small army following Herodotus takes off, the fishbowl sort of zeroes in on your signal, and you see this tiny little one-seater fighter
Whoa.
thing come up, and you can see like Trevor sort of like looking like sort of a little bit
How the fuck are you guys gonna
worried
fit?
as he pulls right up and sees the two of you there, and he's like,
Now, how on earth are we going to do this? This is not going to be comfortable.
Of
Hey,
course
do we
it's
have
not
a
going to be
magnet?
comfortable.
Do we have a magnet?
You're just gonna leave the honey boy.
What if we just, like, have you ever seen, like, a kid on a skateboard hold on to the back of, like, a bus or something?
"Boy, he's gonna hang on to it."
Yes. And throw bombs.
I mean, I'm all good with it. We could hitch a ride.
It.
Yeah. Yes, I'll suck on like a suckerfish and you can hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a magnet might be a little too, like, oh, we have a magnet. Deus ex magneta.
Yeah, you definitely like a gripping to the outside of spaceship magnet. That's something that you've got to buy ahead of schedule.
Trevor,
Fine,
don't you worry about it. We're going to hitch a ride, okay? Now just keep it slow and steady while we suck on to the outside. Yes, you'll have all the space in there. Comfortable. Luxurious.
free
All
of
right, then.
spicy air, which we're gonna try really hard to conserve out here. But
Just try and flatten yourselves down a bit. I want you inside the shields, goddammit.
Yes, well,
oh, he's got a point, Z.
very caring all of a sudden.
Just maybe if we are on top of it.
Yeah,
Hold
well,
on,
look, I could
hold
squeeze
on.
this way. I could go more wide, and you could go more.
Can you just picture it like rocking under the weight, like
Cleo trying to turn herself into like one of those bearskin rugs.
on the top?
Do you remember as a kid when you'd do like hide and go seek and you'd hide under the duvet, but you'd fly like super flat and you'd be like, they cannot see me.
I'm flat as fuck. It's Flat Fuck Friday.
Obvious fucking human.
But you're controlling your breathing and you're like, I am a flat blanket. No one can see me.
This is like that TikTok where they're like, I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fast as fuck. I'm flat as fuck, boy.
I'm very
flat as
fucking
fuck.
Ellen. Yeah.
I'm flat as fuck. It's Flat Fuck Friday. All
Yeah,
right,
that's
we're,
All
on,
right,
That's us.
we're on top, baby.
extremities inside. I'm just gonna try it out and see if it doesn't. Oh, all right then.
And the shield enacts. And it
Slices us in half.
slices you both in half and you're dead. No, it,
Jesus.
This is me
It's-
telling you that I'm tired of playing this.
I'm done.
it's pretty tight around the ship. But
And as the other half floats out into space, the theme of Tyra Banks' TV show Next Top Model plays. You want to be on top? Na, 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 na. And that's how the whole fucking show ends. Everyone can fuck. Okay, anyway.
there's a faint sort of singeing, a sparking as a little section of Jelly Boy, of Honey Boy, is sliced off by the shield.
Oh, just a
But-
little bit.
Ooh,
Cleo doesn't feel any burning, doesn't smell any singed hair, and is at least 90% sure that she didn't just lose a body part.
what does it smell like?
Like
Coordinated
inside the
death.
Honey Boy or the cooking of the Honey Boy?
The cooking of it.
I mean, I'm going to say like melted plastic.
Oh, okay.
This is weird.
Now, Trevor.
Yes, Z.
Yes, well, we're planning to go towards the Craw capital, but as you can see, it's a busy road along the way. We were thinking Cleo's expertise might cause a bit of damage on that journey.
I had a feeling you were gonna say something crazy like that.
Yes,
Ain't no beating around the bush up here. We just got some free lapper section.
I mean, are you even sure that thing you're in is gonna survive re-entry into the atmosphere?
Oh, no,
We
we've
about to find out.
got a while to go before we get into the atmosphere. There's still plenty of bombers on the way. It's one step at a time, Trevor.
All right then.
It's not like this plan's gonna be the plan.
We're gonna take out some of them bombers, yeah?
Yes,
Right.
we have an explosive expert on board. Time to
All right
use
then.
it.
Wait, Z,
Yes, Cleo.
are you thinking about what he just said about the honey boy?
What do you mean?
You know, like if it burns up.
Yes, well, if it burns up, then we're both in trouble. But
Wait, but I have a spacesuit.
You got bits of a spacesuit.
Okay.
I didn't think that we were going to go to re-entry in this ship. I was thinking we were going to like land on some other bombers and like
Okay, cool.
switch
over?
ships on our way.
We might
Oh.
have to request that because what if that was one of those like secret dick warnings?
Oh, right. Okay. Because I was thinking like come up with a plan as we go. Because I was thinking like,
It's 100% like a not very secret dick warning.
Okay,
you know,
well,
like General Grievous like lands on the ship with like the ship crashes, but he's in the
I like
in the ship as it
automatic
crashes.
ambition here too. Just like, oh no, we're not gonna go straight like down all covert and shit. No, we're gonna go via other ships that we're gonna commandeer. And
Well,
fucking,
blow
like-
up and then stand on the ship as it crash lands into the planet or something. I don't know. You know, like
Oh, yeah, okay.
that's how we do, baby.
That is.
Mountain Dews, baby.
yeah.
So you're gonna essentially awesome your way through the re-entry.
Trevor, we're in the fishbowl. To them, you look like any other Terran. Just land on one of the nearby bombers. You know, one in the upper parts of the atmosphere, or the upper one. So there are rings, right? There are layers of closeness to the planet. So we'll go for one of the bombers that's like furthest away from the planet, like higher up.
Right, one that's sort of beginning its descent.
It's
one
still
that's
in
just
space a
reloaded
bit,
kind
you
of
know.
deal.
Yeah.
We'll land on one of them, and then we'll, bear claw.
Yeah, bear claw. That part's me.
Well,
It's
I
good.
heard worse
it's good,
plans,
man.
I guess. What if they call us?
Oh, you're a human. You can talk to them, right?
Just, Trevor, be like, I'm going through a tunnel.
Tunnel. Oh,
My
bad
mama
radio.
calling me.
Too many bombs.
All right, I'll just not answer. How about that? Let's just get us on there.
Hold on, I'll put you on speaker and maybe I can hear you then.
Look, if you get a phone call, patch it through to us. Us two will handle it.
Yeah, apologies for how my sister acted at your wedding.
All right, well, I'm just going to try and fly Terran, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see he's flying the ship really straight with none of his usual flair, like how he imagines these
shave it
stuffy
down.
Imperials fly.
Take that fancy off it. No spin on this ball.
As he takes you down, and as you're sort of coming here, there's this ship's just flying back and forth as there's this entire dogfight going on. Trevor is sort of he's very carefully, he's staying away from where the Craw ships are actually attacking. Just sort of creeping around the back, sliding on down towards. There is a rather likely looking bomber. It's sort of high up above the rest.
Okay.
And I'm just going to roll a little something here.
Yes, you roll your tricks.
Well, he's gonna poison us again. I can feel it.
Yeah, you've been poisoned.
Been poisoned, surprise!
Surprise.
That spacesuit was booby trapped.
You
That
touched a
That hot
cactus.
gas has become too hot.
No, actually, what I was rolling there was perception for the pilot of this bomber.
Oh.
That's a good number.
Is noticing. I've rolled an 18. He notices Trevor, casually, flying up towards the dock and patches through a call.
Okay.
You there? What are you doing? Get up there and fight.
And this is going to Cleo and I.
It's going through to Trevor at first.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello? You! Stop it! What are you doing? What are you doing there?
And then Trevor patches it through at the point where you just hear this.
What are you doing there?
Cleo, do you want to do it or do you want
So he passed it to us?
to us? Yeah.
Okay. Cleo is gonna take it.
Go for it, Cleo.
Niner, 2, 1, 3, 5. I need to gas.
What are you talking about? This is a bomber. We don't have anything for you. Get back to the mothership.
I was commanded to. I have to land. I'm so sorry. Code R. Mayday.
Look, just slow down. Stop coming in. My shield is active. My shield is active. You won't get through.
Is this Jerry? It's happening. 3 on your left. 5, 9, 2, 1, 6. Coming in real hot.
No, you get a burn up. You get all right.
It'll be all right. I've got a license for
I'm turning
this.
off the shields. I'm turning off the shields.
Go ahead. I'm coming in. I'm bringing cargo.
Trevor has been
392
flying
out.
deliberately in a sort of a straight line towards this docking thing, and he's made it look as though he's about to just charge straight into the shields. He would have pulled up. He's fine, but it looks very much so like he was going on a suicide run. And at the last second, the shields disengage on the bomber. As Trevor sort of, grins a toothy grin up through the windshield at you guys.
It just sees a bear with a jelly hugging the ship.
and loads into the bomber's docking port just as the shields enact behind.
Why'd you make me do that? We could have been bloody blown up. I don't understand what's going on here.
Well, yeah. We can always be bloody blown up.
Gary, you get down there and see what they want. See what's going on. I've got to bloody drop these bombs.
Wait, who is that talking?
It's the bomber.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's another bomb expert. That's your mortal
okay.
enemy.
Okay.
It's like what's it called? Afro
can only
Samurai,
be
where
one.
there can only be one. You have to, or Highlander, yeah, I guess so. Where you have to fight
Well,
for
the thing is that there really can only be one.
Well,
Trevor sort of ejects himself down out of
good
the
work,
fishbowl
by the way, Cleo. That was excellent.
and clambers down. You're in it's much smaller docking area than on the Grey Dragon.
Okay.
But it looks as though it will just take like a couple of these small fighters, and it has some escape pods built into it as well.
Wow.
And it looks like it sort of takes you straight into like an engineering room. It looks like this is where you can get access to the innards of the ship and do work and repairs upon it. Is in this exact same room. It's like sort of like a garage, I guess.
Cleo.
All right.
Cleo.
Yeah. Say.
Cleo.
Say.
And Trevor. Quickly, before.
He's included.
Yeah, I don't want to exclude Trevor. Yeah.
He came all the way for this, guys.
Now that we're here, what's your thoughts? What's your plan? How do you feel?
Well, it doesn't sound like there's many people on this. Maybe we could just commandeer it.
Oh, Trevor! Look at me, I'm Trevor. I want to commandeer a bomber all of a sudden. Didn't want to fly in here, now he's landed. He decides he wants to commandeer it.
Well, it will fit all three of us at least.
I think we're gonna have to take it.
I like this plan.
And I'll drop off the ship.
Everybody hide.
Yes.
Okay, what are you gonna do to hide? Where are you gonna hide?
I mean, like, I would like us to hide because I think that they're gonna come out here and they seem like they actually aren't they don't seem fear suspicious. Like,
Okay,
oh
I'm
my
gonna
God,
roll a
what's in
perception
here?
and try and
What's
see
in
if we
here?
got somewhere to hide.
They are very confused.
I rolled a
They're
16.
confused. They're confused and they sounded mad. Like, you idiots. We're all at work and, you know, accounting is fucking around with marketing today. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's what
doing
it felt
something
like.
weird. Yeah, that's because it's just like this little fighter fucking thing is like supposed to be out there, like, you know, fighting.
So they thought
doing what they do.
they just thought
And-
we're idiots. So
Yeah.
now it's time to flip on them.
Yes.
Time to jerk a knot in your tail.
All right, so looking around, you've got you could potentially try and hide like behind the ship that you've just landed in, but that probably exactly where they're going to be looking.
Well, that's too bad, Dick, because I rolled a 19 and Dan rolled a
19.
16, and so that means we're fucking hiding.
Well, I mean, as I was saying, Dan was rolling for perception to see how well
I
he
was,
found
yeah.
something.
I was rolling to see what there was to hide.
But if Cleo is literally just rolling to hide, that is
Yes.
good that she's rolled that because she gets a -5 to her stealth,
Oh, okay.
being
cool.
clumsy.
I was rolling to hide. I
But that's
kind of
all right,
thought
that's
it's
that's
like
a
a
14.
perception.
That's the 14 there. So as I was saying, Dr. Z is sort of looking around for places to hide. You could try and hide by the ship, but it seems pretty obvious that that's where they're going to be looking. There are the 2 escape pods, and then there's just a big engineering console in the middle of the room that's almost like a bench that you could very easily hide behind.
Yeah, seems perfect.
I would like to hide by the doorway.
Like behind the door kind of thing.
Yeah, like because they're gonna come in through a hallway, and that's where I'm gonna bash them.
I mean, it's just the classic blind spot. That should always work.
Absolutely.
And you've rolled a 14, so despite your clumsy
I don't feel like I
bearishness,
had to perceive that hard to get.
You're not going to be like wiggling into his peripheries or anything. You're actually going to be hidden.
Yeah.
I'll go for the computer console. If Cleo's got the door, I'll go for the console.
All right, so give me a quick roll for your hidiness as well.
11.
You're hiding this.
Well, I mean, it's you haven't fucked up. You are, as long as they don't actually look behind there, they ain't gonna see you. And if Cleo is bashing someone on the head as soon as they come in through the door, you should be fine.
Where's Trevor going?
So Trevor starts looking around and he's like sort of sees what everyone's doing. He's like just ducks around and chases behind Dr. Z to have a little hide there as well.
Have a little hide.
Have a little hide.
little hide for you.
Just cheeky little hide.
Oh, and he's rolled a 17 there, so he's getting down there, and he's realized, hey, and he's like opened up. There's like a little door that opens access into there, and he's like hiding behind that. He's like, yeah, extra hidden,
Oh,
Extra
shit.
hidden.
Sorry about it, Trevor.
Sorry
but
about
not
it.
a second too soon.
Oh.
As oh god, what was the name I said?
For
I
what?
can't remember.
I can't remember either.
The person that the bomber had sent back to talk to
Greg.
you guys.
Shit, Greg.
Was it Greg?
I think it was Greg.
I think I just said
From
Greg
here
because
on,
Dan,
known as Greg.
Dan
Hero
said
known as Greg. It was not Greg, was it? The But anyway, someone, a human in a military uniform, steps into the room,
does he?
holding a blaster in one hand,
That's too bad.
with a whole lot of tools dangling off his belt.
All right. Bear claws. Like not to rend,
No, to
only
pet.
to like to to grab and detain and potentially to like
Ren.
knock out.
Oh.
All right, well, give me a roll.
So you're not hungry anymore.
Well, I cook my food, friend.
Ooh.
Okay, cool. So I rolled a 13.
Right, so you very easily grab at this guy, and you've just get him. You're able to like grab both arms and keep him from really doing anything much with his weapon. And you've got the drop on him, so he doesn't take any sort of evasive maneuver. He's taking 6 points, I guess, of damage.
Oh, Jesus.
Is it possible for me to, in this grabbing, to move out of the doorway back to where I am? Like, if I moved out in the way of the door to grab him, I want to move back so that someone in the hallway won't see.
I see. So you just sort of like, you grabbed him, then you want to drag him. Absolutely. But as you step back, I'm going to take a strength action with him trying to escape.
All right, fine. Can I also do a strength action?
You rolled a 13 to bear claws. Good news is, I only rolled a 13 with the strength, even though it wasn't 18, it was -5.
All right, you're a big boy. That's cool. Can I roll a strength?
Oh, you don't need to. You've got him.
What if I want to do one more thing?
Well, I mean, tell me what you want to do. You can do it. You still have one energy left.
Okay, look, I just want to knock his weapon away from us.
Okay, well, I kind of just assumed that you've kind of grabbed him in this bear hug and you're holding his hands up and out of the way anyway.
Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure that the gun was kicked away.
Oh, well, he's still holding the gun. So if you want to wrest the gun from him...
then I would like to get rid of that.
Alrighty. So, yeah, do give me a strength roll then. Yeah, you're actually trying to wrest this thing off.
Okay, so that's a 15, and as I do it, I would like to say into his little people ear that looks like a tortellini, you can't be bringing a blaster to a bear fight.
So you've rolled a 15 on that. I've rolled strength to try and fight that off. He's only got a 7.
Yeah, too bad.
So you rather easily in your big hands, you can just like crush his little human hand in one of your paws and pull the blaster out of his grip.
I kick it to Trevor.
Trevor sort of comes out from behind the thing and grabs the blaster along with his own. Good one. Right, you. How many other people on this ship? I say, who are you people? This is much irregular.
Well, I don't think that was the question.
How many? As he sort of comes up, he's being held by Cleo with these claws, kind of straining his ribs a little bit. Trevor with these two mismatched blasters.
Oh shit!
Walking in on him. Just two. Be the pilot.
Well, all right. I mean, I ain't a college boy or nothing, but that sounds a little better to me.
Please, just let us go in the escape pods at least.
All right.
That was easy.
I kind of don't have a problem with that. What do you think?
I'm fine with it. I mean, what are they going to do? You know, like, they're just going to get shot out into fucking space. Like, the problem's gone.
Ooh,
it'll be a little while before they get picked up as well. There's an entire bloody battle going on here.
Yeah, let's shoot them.
Yeah, let's shoot them out. Oh, actually, no. Wait, that's a bad idea. We should go up and capture him before he can send off an SOS message or something like that. Because at the moment, he doesn't know that we've got one. So we should sneakily get the other one.
You're right. And to double check that he wasn't lying about how many people were here.
Got it. Almost instantly got it. I'm going to walk over to Cleo. Cleo's already holding him down.
You're going to get him.
I'm going to come get him. Yeah.
You're going to get him. Yep.
Yeah.
It takes us a minute to get there.
Yeah. But
when we get there, superpowers you were born with.
When we get there, we get there.
But, it's because we're hard workers.
Yeah.
And we don't want to ride in here on fucking privilege.
Yes.
Except that we would love to do that.
So Cleo's holding this guy, right? And then there's the control panel. And the honey boy starts standing up from behind the control panel. And there's just this huge looming jelly boy body that stands up. And then slowly walks towards Cleo, saying,
and this guy pees.
Excellent work, Cleo. Trevor, you've done well. Now, time to find out,
as the body closes around the person,
if they've told us the truth.
And envelop him.
The honey boy just envelops around him.
Yeah.
So, give me your telepathy hacking rolls, but you can't really fail because you can just kind of keep jamming in and trying.
11 and a 15. And a 20 plus 5, so dirty 20 plus 11, yeah.
Dirty 20.
So you really rather easily take over the mind of this poor enveloped gent. And he's telling the truth. Like these
Alright.
bombers are not equipped with large staff because they've got so many of them. They're trying to rely on number of ships, not so much number of bodies.
All right, I'll be right back, Cleo.
And I'll step the person out of the honey boy, and I'll like stay sucked onto like the lower back or something like that. And I'll like walk out towards the cockpit. And I mean, you two could come with me to grab him, but I'm going to walk towards the cockpit as this human.
I gotta say, the potentiality of horror with Dr. Z is pretty high.
Right?
He is terrifying. Like, it's kind of nice. He's kind of a big softie in some ways because it tempers the terror.
I just want to collect some things.
I mean,
Okay, so as you step forward, you sort of go down. There's like kind of a narrow, almost like a gangplank kind of corridor thing, and there's an open double door into the cockpit where the bomber is sort of like kind of idling in space and like looking back over his shoulder at you as you go back. What did they want? What's going on?
We've been relieved.
What?
We've been relieved.
Okay. Where are we required?
Well, we're going to take the new ship and head on off.
That's very strange. We only just got our payload.
Yes, well, Larky has said that there's a new secret target, and well, you know how the higher ups are with their bureaucracy. We're not supposed to know.
Well, it's nice that they're appreciating my explosive experts, but
Well,
I guess we better head off then.
yes,
Okay.
but that's not the best news. They've said that we also get a little capuchuchu when we get back to the station. On the house this time.
Magnificent. Well, I'll just put it in park then, shall I?
Yes, put it in park, yes. And let's go hand over. You know what? And what's this other guy's name?
Norbert.
You know what, Norbert? Our stint may have been brief today, but I feel like we've done good work.
Well, yes, we did take down one of the shields, at least. I swear it was our payload that did the final job.
I'm going to be saying it. You're going to be saying it. Who's going to question it as we're walking towards the dock?
Yes. I think you may be very correct. Where's Cleo sort of waiting in all this?
I am still in the place that I was.
The same doorway?
Yeah.
All right. I'll
Look,
lead
when
him
it's
towards
good,
it.
it's good.
All right.
Well, I just hope it's all over rather soon. It's been exciting and all, but those damn birds need to know when to quit. And
You know what, Norbert? I'm
I'm expecting a surrender any moment.
I have a feeling, Norbert, that it's all about to be over very soon.
Well, I sure hope so. It's anyway. Where's this? And sort of stepping out into the dock and like looking at the ship. Like, why is there a fighter there? We can't both fit in this. It's like, oh, what's all this then? As he steps into the dock.
Bear claws.
I thought so.
I feel like we could probably avoid this because you guys could just.
No. This is way more fun.
But I'm not hidden enough.
No.
So I have to do this.
No, this is more
Because
fun.
You just want to manhandle them into the escape pods and just
Because
eject
the
them, don't you?
minute
Like,
that he sees me, he's gonna run around, and it's gonna take time.
yeah, it's going to become an actual fight if he gets even half a chance.
So
my
bear
God,
claws
Tay.
to grab him, and I rolled a 20.
My goodness.
So I definitely get him, and you know what? No blood. I'm being cool.
You're just going to grab him and restrain him.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't even have his weapon drawn because he's not, as far as he knows, he's not investigating anything strange.
Oh, good.
And his buddy that is being possessed has got
Okay,
Well,
as
he
he's
doesn't have his
being
weapons on.
restrained and he's being held and the terror is like creeping over him,
oh,
the jelly,
you're the ones.
the jellyfish slithers out onto the face of the friend that is possessed.
Ooh, y'all got as much sense as a chicken got teeth.
What does the Dread Bandit King want with me?
Oh, the
We
Dread
want you to get in
Bandit
the
King.
pod.
Oh,
Unprovoked
damn.
as well. That was just what he thought.
Dreaded Bandit King.
Dread.
Oh, man.
That's pretty sexy.
You two have a special delivery.
Yeah, yourselves, get in the pod.
Get in the pod.
Get in there.
They're just sort of manhandled over by Cleo and shoved in. It's like, ah!
This is a takening
Yes.
of your stuff.
I'll slide onto Cleo's body
By us.
while Cleo's pushing them into the pods.
The mind hacked one sort of like coughing and spluttering is like, oh, it was in my mouth. Oh. And he just sort
You're
of
lucky
collapsed
that's all.
in a fetal position into the pod.
And we're gonna pop those shut like you close the boot on a car.
Bye.
these two sort of wide-eyed looks, sort of like just staring through the little
Bye,
porthole.
you whingy bitches.
As
Bye.
they're ejected off into space.
Also, the Capuchuchu was a lie.
Wow.
That's the nicest we ever been.
Yeah. Trevor on me is like, you two sure know how to move carefully when you need to.
don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Yes, Trevor, that was an experiment in us remaining calm and cool.
Yeah, look, we graduated.
Yes, now we can go back to...
I have absolutely no problems with this.
Well.
All right, well, I'm going to get on the bridge and make sure I can fly this damn thing. Don't worry, Z. I see that look. I can fly anything.
Yes, well...
Oh, it's Trevor forever.
Oh, Trevor, good luck to that, and,
Ain't never been a ship he couldn't fly.
Cleo, should we see what type of, ordnance this ship is packing?
Oh yes, now I got a whole list. Now I got my own bangs. I do.
Yes.
I got a couple bangs left. You know, I don't
I
care.
hear bangs is in
keep
this season.
I keep that thing on me, if you know what I mean. But I do wonder what kind of food replication.
So as
software.
Trevor heads up to the bridge to get control of this bomber, and as Dr. Z and Cleo, it is just to check out like what bombs this bomb is carrying, and also what foodstuffs might be available to the hungry worker on board. Let's
Yes.
a little bit further south
Oh, yeah.
to where
Cleo, I think we did great.
I think we got what
did
we came for.
We
Very
did
well
where
it.
a trap is about to be sprung.
Oh.
So as the other two bastards are in the process of commandeering a bomber, Herodotus has laid a trap, and there is a small, a not inconsiderable number though, of Terran ships on his tail, which he has led straight down to where one can only hope his forces lie in wait behind the cloud cover.
So Herodotus kind of turns his ship around, faces the oncomers as he sort of backs into the valley, almost like daring them on, like, come on, grasshopper, hit me. Stop trying to hit me. And then he throws all of the shields in the ship to the frontal shields, waiting to have to like take a barrage essentially. And then he gets them on the comms.
Calling all comers! Calling all comers!
Yes,
Hailing
you there.
This is the Imperial Admiral, Sir Herodotus of House Mendleroth. To whom do I speak?
This is this is Captain Sabawoth.
Sabawoth? Of the Uranus Sabawoths?
No, we're Earth Sabawoths.
Oh, the
cousins.
older branch, I see. I believe your grandmother played bridge with my great aunt.
Well, yes, be that as that may, Herodotus.
Playing for time.
I'm afraid you are most certainly not an admiral of the Imperial Army. You're being stripped of all rank and privilege.
I do believe you will find in my official paperwork that I am an admiral of this fleet.
And he blinks the front lights of his ship.
Look, we're coming down upon you. We would much prefer if you would surrender yourself peacefully. We really don't want to destroy Larky's ship.
Thank you for broaching the subject of surrender. Would you hold on for just 1 second? I'm getting a call. Thank you.
We're about to fire.
and then calls calls all of his reinforcements.
Everyone sit.
Yeah, Herodotus. We're down here.
Very good. Triumph in T-minus 10 seconds. All comply. Set watches or what?
Right, exactly 10.
Very good.
You won't even see us coming out of the sky.
Very good.
God, my crispy voice is turning more and more into the man with no name, isn't it?
All right, he unmutes the captain.
Captain, I want to thank you.
What do you want to thank me for?
You know, when in maritime discussion, the broaching the subject of surrender is a difficult thing to do. Men of honor are men of pride, after all. Wouldn't you find that to be the truth?
Most certainly, yes. But,
Yes. So I do believe it's going to be hard for you this next step.
but I don't do what you refer. But if you have anything
Well,
left
of
to
course-
say, I would
of course you're
say it rather quickly because we are. Well, within the next 3 seconds, we are going to be within bombardment range. At which point, you will be evaporated from the sky.
Very good. I suppose I'll have to make this formal. Captain, do you surrender? This should be at about the 9th second.
Well, no, I most certainly
Very
do.
good. Triumph!
And as these ships are sort of coming towards you, suddenly, just from beneath and sort of partially behind, there's like almost like you can almost hear the whooping and hollering. I guess it's coming over the radio as you can hear Billy Boy, you can hear the twins. So you hear the whooping of Billy Boy, Manny, Sasha, Trish, the twins, and Anna, who all are just coming up out of the clouds, blasting away with their blasters upon the ships. And at the same time, this really quite a dark, mysterious-looking ship, the cooking pot, blinks into vision. You can see that it was actually hovering directly above the ship that was hailing you in stealth.
Oh, shit.
Oh, badass.
Stealth engine.
A Tesla.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to roll a few things here.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh.
So let's roll the three fighter ships first. These guys have all got great aim, so they'll be hopefully doing all right. Right, so Sasha's rolled an 11. Trisha's rolled an 8.
Oh.
And Anna has got a 19.
Yes!
As these fighters come in, Sasha, Trish, and Anna all firing upon opposing fighter ships. We've got 2 hits.
Okay.
The first dealing 6 points of damage to one of the shields of an opposing ship, and the second just wiping out the shield of another.
Yeah.
At that same moment, Billy Boy is coming in aboard the Grey Dragon, and he's got who's a good shot? Hazel and Deldridge in the 2 gun ports.
Oh, yeah, you go.
And well, they're both going to have a go with the Grey Dragon shots as well.
Oh, yes.
We got 19, and we got 17. These
yeah.
are both veritable hits.
Nice.
All right, so Hazel's attack blasts away the remainder of the shields of the first fighter. Deldridge, oh my! Deldridge shoots it for 14 points, seriously damaging one of these. 2 of these things are completely without shields now. One of them has taken some serious fire, and Manny, flying in the hero, is also just going to take a shot. Why the hell not? Maybe
Manny's in the hero.
Manny's in the hero.
Ho, ho, ho.
Because Trevor is otherwise engaged.
Come on, hero.
I got a 16
Yes.
there, so that's also a shot. All right, we're talking 9 points of damage. One of the fighters already just takes one shot too many and just goes spinning down into the ravine below, vanishing beneath the clouds as it's shot out of the sky.
Oh, damn.
But similarly, the cooking pot is in a real position of danger.
Oh,
as
shit.
some tiny form just dropping off the bottom of it.
Whoa. Wait, the cooking
Looking
pot
as though
don't
some
shoot guns.
individual droid gangsters.
Oh my god, the
directing
cooking pot are
themselves.
shankers. They get involved in the knife fight, in the melee.
Fucking bored in that.
They bring knives to a fucking spaceship fight. That's amazing.
It's about to get crispy.
All you Zog people, don't go shooting the big one. My guys have got it.
Oh shit.
Very good, Captain. I shall continue to negotiate.
God, I need a backstory for Crispy because that is the coolest thing ever. That their ship just does melee. They stealth, they wait, and then they drop fucking people
awesome.
on top. That's
So
so
the real
badass.
advantage here is that these synths have dropped in without activating the shields, and they're all pulling out these sort of vibro blade, energy blade things, and just starting to tear at the armor of the ship, just trying to find a way inside.
They're on the ship of the guy I was talking to?
Yeah.
Okay, so Herodotus is just gonna have smiled at him through the communication, like a cat smiling at their capture, going. And about now, Captain, now that droids are hacking at your very shin, how about now, Captain? Do you surrender? It would be my honor to lead you.
But I can't go surrendering. But
He's sort of like you can sort of see him like looking about as there's like sparks and stuff around him.
Shame.
And he's sort of like much like the bomber that was taken over. And rather unfortunately, these ships, they're not heavily manned because they're planning on using the obviously all the technology at their hand. And the prospect of Synth boarding rather viciously is kind of just completely disarmed this one ship.
Yeah, they have no code for mercy.
God damn you, Herodotus! Look, I'm abandoning! And you see him get up from the seat and just run out of view.
Coward, you have no honor. We claim your ship, you scalaroon. Very well. Calling all ships. Your captain has abandoned you, much like the erstwhile empire. Kneel to me, your rightful warlord, and I shall lead you to bloody glory.
there's still more of us. I say we get him. Everyone, fire upon the king.
Bring it on, you wenches of ill repute.
And the other big ship, which hasn't sort of, given up, is aiming its rather sizable gun directly at you.
Yeah, well,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna have to trust in the shields of this bad boy. As you said, it was military grade, and I'm gonna assume that if it wasn't able to, hold off one barrage, then Herodotus would have trusted, in the innate superiority of human wagon engineering.
Well, it's a 17, so it's a hit. So the shields are going to have to.
Come on, shields.
The shields have taken 20 points of damage.
fuck.
Rather thankfully, they do still have 10 left on them.
Oh, and as the bridge shakes around him like a bad Star Trek set, Herodotus sort of grins at the communication screens.
Is that all you got? Well, this old wolf still has his fangs.
And
At that point, that the 9 undestroyed fighters
surrender.
all sort of swirling around trying to avoid the Zarg fighters all take aim also at you.
What?
Oh, shit.
Surrender now. It will go well for you.
What we got here? We've got a 12 and 18, a 2, a 6, a 15 and 18, a 12, a 10 and an 8. We've got 5 hits.
Oh, for you, no, you boy.
50% success rate.
Oh no. What?
You got this. Don't worry. You'll be fine.
So let's have a look how this damage
It's
goes.
been an honor, y'all.
Nah, it's gonna be okay.
So that's
I like your positivity.
15 d6 damage.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be
It'll
fine.
be fine. It'll be
Fine. Fine. 57.
Okay, so it takes the first 4 shots just to get through your shields.
Okay.
So you can ignore all of them. The first 4 shots blast through the shields before taking it out. So then you're taking 57 minus 16, which is 41. 41 points of damage.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
Out of 100, I should say.
Oh, hull. The hull's got integrity. It's fine.
So the
Fine.
ship is just getting blasted about. There's sparks everywhere. The armor is getting messed up. You're kind of
Herodotus is
shaking
laughing
about.
and shaking himself.
But the ship is this is built to keep Larky alive under these sorts of conditions, and it has held up for at least one round of fire from all these ships.
Herodotus taps it and goes,
Well, Larky knows his business when it comes to pleasure yachts.
But you do get the distinct feeling that you would probably not survive a repeat. But you and your team have got the opportunity to have a turn now as well.
Fuck yeah.
All right, well, Herodotus is going to try again first.
You cannot hurt me. I have the best of your engineering at my fingertips. Now, I can destroy you, or I can assimilate you. What shall it be, gentlemen? Will you have your honor and live, or will you sell it dearly for nothing but blood soon turned cold?
So it's at this point that a a small pod ejects from the main ship.
Shit.
Just sort of like blasting off sort of nondescriptly, as though it's like
Is that the officer?
that's the captain.
All right. Herodotus takes. Can I take aim at that and try and shoot it? Actually,
Absolutely.
no. I'm not gonna. Do I have any cameras on board?
Cameras on board. We've got to assume so.
Yeah. Can I just get a camera on it and display it to all the other ships?
Ooh.
Just give me a general D20 to see if you can actually navigate your way through this series of requirements. I mean, it's exactly like your ship, so I feel like you should know how to do it. 13. I'm going to call that a win.
Yes.
Hold on, anyone, hold on. Look, just wait. I have to buffer and link up. Then it's the connection and... Oh, wait, I have to download this. 2 seconds. Just have to... Oh, goodness sake. How is this again? 4, 2, 8, and 2 randoms. Very good. Yes. Okay, look here. I'm going to stream something. Just press the big green yes button once it comes up. I promise it's not spyware.
As at least some of these ships are like curious enough to go, what the hell is going on here? He's still like literally facing them down in the ship that's kind of like puttering about in the air now, having taken serious damage. As they're all suddenly looking at their captain.
Yeah.
Just sort of ejecting and like vanishing off down into the mist below, landing somewhere on the moon.
This is what the Empire has become. Lazy aristocrats who would risk your lives, but the moment it gets a little hairy, and some of your brethren has fallen to foes' fire, they bugger right off. For they own all the bitches, and you do not, do you? You barely get a wage paid. Oh, sullen salt and little to eat. All I can say is when I am on the throne, things will be different. Oh, very different indeed, sir. So join me. Swear yourselves to me, and we shall reforge this empire in fire and blood.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm getting out of here as well. If the captain's doing it, then I think we could call that an official
Surrender?
I think that is the word, yes.
Very well then.
And you can see like some of these ships are like just breaking off. The fighters, for the most part, seem to be all just like heading back towards the mothership.
Oh, I would never let them do that.
Well, that's what they're trying to do.
All right. Well.
Surrender me and surrender, boys. You power down the ships and you land. I have new pilots. I have much need for them. If you tuck tail and run now, my hounds of war will wear you down.
So there's one of the ships that is flying without shields, sort of like wavers in the air, and you get like a quick
Yes, I surrender.
and like one of the ships sort of comes up and powers down, just sort of hovering there in frightened flight. But the others that still have their shields intact, however, are sort of kind of well aware that they're not facing that superior force and continue to break away. But there is the remaining larger ship, the cruiser. It's sort of, it's a bit more awkward for it to turn around. And as it is attempting to do this turnaround, the abandoned cruiser seems to just be like following it, kind of like a lazy killer whale that knows damn well it's already caught its meal, but it's just just taking its time. As all of a sudden there is a serious collision going on there.
Oh shit!
As shield on shield, just scraping about. There's this horrific sort of moment where there starts to be little mini explosions as parts of these two ships are sort of coming apart. You can sort of see the top ship, little figures, just springing off, having ejected themselves from the holes they made earlier.
They're the coolest things ever.
Oh my
The
god. That's
synths,
fucking
crispy synths, and just like firing up little jetpacks as they back up into their ship.
Oh my god.
The two large ships, the two cruisers, they're just scraping together with explosions and fire and sparks as the two of them just sort of like curl and twist in midair. And then we're talking like slow motion Hindenburg as they just both erupt in flames and just sort of fall down beneath the clouds.
Herodotus turns the camera on that as it's going down, and he's desperately punching in the number for Larky.
there's like
Shit.
something answers immediately, and you can sort of see the back of Larky's head as he looks like he's like flusteredly like trying to get into a new uniform. As there's someone's like,
And
Admiral, it's Karl, it's the Bandit King. I thought I should patch it through immediately.
Oh, the humanity. See,
And
Lucky.
Lucky
yeah,
has to turn around, looking flustered, like his really severe side part is all afluster as the top of his hair is sort of like flapping about, revealing a rather large bald spot.
Oh.
As he like was looking down the barrel of the camera, and snatches the device off the soldier. It's like,
Harry!
Oh, Lucky. You're not weathering well, are you? Now, see what happens, old boy, when you send lazy hounds to hunt a fox.
and he turns the camera on like those ships as they're going down. And he just goes, "Oh, the humanity of it all."
Damn it! Stop this right now, Herodotus! You've already lost. Do you not see?
Oh, you know, Lucky, it's not too late for you to give in. I will be a merciful master to you.
You may have taken out a few of our ships, but we have hundreds. We have got an entire Terran mothership right here at my disposal.
You do, Lucky, and soon enough it shall be at my disposal. The question is, how many?
And he turns the signal over on as many like open channels as he can.
How many of your men must die before your lies are revealed? Before a new order can rectify the injustices of the Empire. That is for which I stand. That is for which I fight.
Holy shit.
Among my men on the front lines. I, among the best.
Don't listen to him, Imperials. The Craw have already given their unconditional surrender. I have it on very good authority, and well, you must stay under my control. I've heard that the Emperor has taken personal interest in this plan, and well, we've got to make sure everything looks really good. So
Good.
no one will be surrendering today.
Good to hear, Lucky. The old man himself is paying attention. My love for him is never-ending. For him, I will fight. For him, I will die to strike down corrupted fiends like yourself.
The Emperor must have signed off on your dismissal. He's not going to side with you. But enough of this.
The
I'm closing down the
Emperor
connections.
is under the influence of evil advisors. We all know it. Heathen eunuchs. I shall see you all burnt out.
He's going to the old fucking bad road now.
Yeah.
You may have won this skirmish, Herodotus, but how long do you think you can keep that castle of yours when I have all these forces?
Well, I don't know, Lucky. Why don't you send them, and we shall see. Send them, Lucky. Send them all.
Don't you think that I won't? And I'm personally coming for you, Harry.
Oh, very good, Lucky. Very good. I am so happy to hear it.
Well, I guess there's no more to be said then. I will not be coming with a small force, I'm afraid. Now that the birds are not demanding quite so much of our attention, it is time to swat the fly that is you.
Yes. Bring your best fly swatter, my boy. As I've already shown, it's not the size of the force that matters, Lucky. It is the noise you make with it.
And he directs the camera back on the burning, like, thing that starts sort of thundering down through the clouds.
Hear it, Lucky. It's the thunder before your whimper.
And there's a scowl. He's like pulling his hair back up over his into his part and just turning off the channel.
Ooh.
And at that point, maybe we should sneak back north to the other bastards. Well, let us back up to the north, hovering above the nest city of the Craw, where Dr. Z, Trevor, and Cleo have commandeered a bomber vessel.
All right, here we go.
And Trevor is taking the controls and sort of, got the hang of the thing. It's all very simple. It's a slightly less maneuverable vessel than what he's used to, but it will do the job in a pinch. Cleo's had a little look down. There doesn't seem to be any sort of food replicator on here. It looks as though this is like a work-only sort of vessel. People, they get on, they drop some bombs, and they have to go back home before they get to eat anything. It really sucks, really. It's not fair.
Dang, there's nothing? Nothing.
No, but there is a big old payload.
All right.
Seems like this thing is loaded. And these bombs, they're basically like about the size of a person, but kind of like these big, like rectangle, almost like sort of like ka-ching, like little cartridges.
Okay.
And getting down into the bomber hangar, the munitions room of this thing, you can see that they have 5
bombs.
5 bombs.
The size of a person. Whoa. Now, look at them. Look at them all nestled up in here like a Terran family. This almost makes up for the fact that they ain't got no eats on this ship.
Are these good?
Oh, these is good. These is fine as frog's hair. Fine as frog's hair.
And I'll pull up a map of the outside battle surrounding us and whatnot. And be like,
All right. We gotta make a plan, my boy. We gotta make a plan. We can't just be blowing these. These is nice.
WWHD, baby.
These
Cleo,
is nice.
you is the smart bear. Now,
Okay.
pick your targets.
Let's
And
do this.
I'll pull up the map.
Okay,
So
so
you've got lots of options because there are a lot of ships here. You could go like down towards the moon. There are quite a lot of bombers ahead of you. They move kind of pendulously through the air, and they're probably quite good targets for bombs themselves. The fighters, you wouldn't have a very tough time hitting with a bomb.
Can you tell us the big
Yeah.
ones, the big shapes?
But yes, then back behind you,
Yeah.
back towards the mothership, there are...
so the mothership is behind us.
Yeah, and there's a good sort of half dozen of these things, and they are just the big refueling ships that the bombs are getting loaded on.
Mm-hmm.
So these are much like the thing that you had to destroy on sand. You know, this is the big thing. It's got turret guns all over it, but it is where the bombers all going and getting their payloads from. So this
So-
thing is full of bombs. Like as far as you know, there's like over 100 bombers. You know, like lining the sky.
So I'm going to
like
pull up a
this is-
hologram showing that, and then underneath all of that is the Craw capital city that is being bombed with the shields waning. And I was like,
Smart bear, we have 5 of your collectible items. Now, I know how difficult it is to pass with something as collectible and rare as these.
Well, I mean, Z, you know what they say. If you love something, you better let it blow.
That's fucking inspired.
And if it comes back to you, well, then you wasn't good enough of a blower to handle that thing anyway.
Well, I guess Trevor's ours then. Isn't that right, Trevor? Ha ha.
what were you saying now? Anyway, let's pick the targets. I can't fly like this forever. They're going to spot me. And if someone hails me on the radio, I don't know what to say.
Say we got the payload.
Got the payload, Cleo.
We've got the payload.
You want to come up here to the bridge and you can fire it off from here anyway, I'm sure. There's a bomber seat right next to me.
Oh, all right. It sounds like Trevor's a little bit
was-
scared all
what was
alone in the
that?
cockpit.
Did you say there was a bomber seat?
It's a seat for a bomber.
Well, yes.
Oh.
no matter what we do, Cleo, at the end of this mission, rip that seat out, we'll install it on Reese.
Oh my God. We are though. We are.
Because that's the first time we've heard of a bomber seat. So this is your seat.
The hot seat.
The hot seat.
The hot seat. Hot seat. Hot seat.
As Cleo dances her way up to the bridge, like doing a hot seat
Oh yeah.
chant.
And I'll play music to support that moment as
Yes.
we're going up.
Music comes out of Dr. Z somewhere.
Yeah. I've just still got the map like up because I'm kind of like just pick the targets, but I'm like
Whatever gets the juices flowing. Choose the thing.
Whatever gets the juices flowing. Whatever gets the juices flowing. Whatever gets the gooses going.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, okay, strategy-wise, we're ignoring the, 100 plus bombers.
Yes, I think so.
And there are 5 or 6 refueling ships near the mothership. And then what was it that was around Zog Moon? Zarg, whatever. The moon.
Oh, so yeah, there's also these landing ships going in now where they seem to be dropping their infantry into the city.
How many of those were there?
There's quite a lot of them.
Like
There's
100
another one.
plus?
Yeah, it's another one where it's like you can't even count them. It's
Okay, because that does feel bad.
No.
because now they're trying to they're like, okay, we've bombed the shit out of their weapons and their shields, and now we're going to drop an army in here to really just take this.
Yeah, but we're
take
playing
this planet.
chess with bishops and fucking knights at the moment and not pawns. So
Yeah.
we got to
The thing is if we blow up one of these landing ships, that's pretty close to the planet, but
Yeah.
it would get rid of a lot of people. So, are we thinking refueling ships?
I'm with you on the refueling ships because
Where's the ship that has the nuke in it?
that's the mothership.
That's the mothership.
Okay.
You've still got that massive ace in the hole.
But ideally, we would like to not use that and then be able to
Yeah.
commandeer that ship and then have a mothership for future fights. But
We don't want to blow it up.
well, I mean,
Cleo
I'm
wants
saying
to blow
we
it up.
may want
She
to.
wants
I think
to see what that thing
I think
does.
Harry doesn't. I think Harry wants to keep it for his armada, but
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it. I'm like,
That's
fucking,
true.
you know.
That's true.
I
Okay.
mean, this might
it's
this
the
might
sort
be
of
how
thing
you
that
guys
Cleo-
save Herodotus from himself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it saves Cleo from
Cleo
herself?
ultimately is holding the button. So
Yeah.
if she decides to blow it up,
Anticlimactic
Herodotus will-
end to Larky though, isn't it? Just and then Cleo on a whim pushed the button and the whole thing was over.
You know what? This is kind of in a way, this is kind of hero shit because this whole time we could have blasted him.
Yeah.
But
it would have taken
we're-
out. Yeah.
But we're heroes.
We're heroes. Not really.
So then if we blow up the innocent infantry, we're not heroes. So maybe we should blow up the refuelers.
I think we should go for the refuelers because
The infantry, once we are finished, if we win, the infantry might be whatever.
but if they can't refuel bombs and if they can't get shit, then
Right.
they out.
Hashtag strategies.
Logistics wins.
This is some
Hash-
Ho Chi Minh shit right here, boys.
Let's go for the
This is-
refuelers.
Hashtag strategies.
All right, Cleo. So these half dozen ducklings are the targets, are they?
I bet we got just enough.
Yes.
You see, the thing about peeing on a fire is that
You better put it out.
before it puts you out. So's I just is imagining we done shoot one of them boys. Suppose another one catches. That's the thing about carrying petrol. Might do some of our work for us.
I mean, it's feasible.
It's feasible.
So, as
yeah.
Cleo's made her way up to the bridge, you can see the bomber seat it looks pretty much the same as the pilot seat in terms of how it's
Well,
built,
it's
but
not.
It's not the
it's
same,
sort of-
though,
it's
Dickie.
off.
Sorry.
It's off on its own, and it is surrounded by a bigger sort of dome of not just like a windshield that sort of lets you look down and eyeball it, but you've got all these little miniature screens all around giving you a lot of different views. There's a joystick that sort of sweeps around on an arm in front that looks like it's designed just to control the aim of where these bombs are going to be deposited.
Oh.
And you can see all of those screens, and wherever you look, you can see 5 of these rather familiar-looking sort of cartridge-shaped logos. So, the most important thing the bomber needs to know is just how many of these things have I got?
And where the button at? All right.
And the joystick is it's just this thing. It's I got a nice analog feel where you can aim it in any direction, and it's just a big red button on top.
Oh my god, yes. Yes! So, let's see. Do we need to, load these up?
Oh no, this thing is loaded,
Okay, we're good.
That's the point. That's what the things, they do the loading on these ships that you're targeting.
All right, sick.
As soon as they come out of them, they're locked and loaded, ready to go and just drop these big ass things to try and blow up more of the city and get through the shields.
Y'all ready?
Hey, I can take it in. Which one are we doing first?
Trevor, you better hold this thing steady because we're about to feel the speed of bang.
Hey, I'll do what I can, Cleo, but as soon as we drop the first bomb, they're going to be onto us, and I don't know that steady is going to be on the menu.
It never is.
Has the ship got a gun?
Yeah, ship's got a basic gun turret as well, which you could
Alright,
jump in.
I'll go
if you,
jump in the.
so required.
Yeah.
Well then, Trevor, if you're worried about them shooting at you, I'll get in something to shoot back.
Oh, Z, you better get that turret in case they send back the splash. You know what I mean.
Yes, look, I've seen the way you're looking at that bomber chair. I'll leave you to it. I'll go find my own chair.
Like when you drop one in the when you're on the toilet.
No, Cleo, I'm not talking about toilets at this time. This is very
And you do
important bomb business.
You drop a big one,
Oh,
and you
no,
get
I'm
the
just playing into your
splashback.
traps at this moment. I'm going to the gun
Let's
tower.
keep ourselves in contact. Cleo, you tell me when you need to fire, and I'll try and hold steady. When I'm doing that, Z, you need to keep them off us. I won't be able to perform evasive maneuvers while we're bombing.
Yes, well,
Oh, let's fire one off, y'all.
yes.
The nearest refueling ship.
Duck.
All right, let's
duck,
pull in on that thing.
Goose.
Let's see if it catches. Wow! I just did a build explosive because I figured.
That's the roll. So Trevor brings the thing in, and he's trying to be as nonchalant as possible. Like he's sort of almost just joining the queue of other bombers that need to reload. That if at a glance anyone's just going to sort of assume that, you guys are just coming in to reload. But then he pulls up above the thing at the last second, as Cleo is there, ready, finger on the button, and sort of trying to pick a choice target. Yeah, looking at the point where maybe the shields aren't the most active. Yeah, which is going to be the point where the loaded bombers come out. And pushing that little button, first bomb is ejected. Self-propelling. It's got a sort of a tripod of rockets on the back of it, as it just sort of drops out. And it's not super fast. This is not like a blaster bolt or anything, or even like a missile. This thing is kind of flying like a fighter ship of its own, just sort of coming in through space. But it's really too late for anyone to intercept you. As this bomb, and let's just roll a D100, just for flavor.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you meant you.
My roll's not great either. It's a 35.
Well,
but
mine
regardless,
was an 18, so.
The bomb crashes into the ship, and there's like a big explosion. As you feel yourselves like rocketed back. Trevor is like pulling around, doing like barrel rolls. You're coming out of the area. The surrounding bombers are just sent scattering and just popping off into explosions of their own. You've taken out a few of the bombers just in this case. And the explosion sort of happens. The refueling ship just sort of staggering in midair as it sort of seems to drift away, not looking particularly damaged at first. But... Wait a minute! What are you doing? No, you've missed the port! Are they firing upon us? Will the shield hold? Oh, brace! Everybody brace! The explosion takes off.
Fucking warfare.
The refueling station is sort of like rocking in the air for a moment, looking as though it hasn't actually taken a severe amount of damage, even though it was faced by a direct hit of the bombs. But then, suddenly some smaller explosions seem to start going off. And then there's just a sudden chain reaction as the entire thing. It's almost like you get like caps in like a string, and you can light them off, and they go bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Just starts taking
That
off
slow
through the
release.
That magazine.
as it looks as though you managed to ignite the bombs on board.
Oh my!
And
shit.
once that goes off, the entire thing just bursts and whites out the sky. You all temporarily just sort of well, you're not so much blinded, but you can't see out the windows because they've got shield glare. Obviously, you got to look directly at stars with this thing. But the sky's just whited out for a moment. There's massive electromagnetic pulses just blanking all your scanners, all of everything, as Trevor's just sort of pulling back and out of the way. And when it sort of comes to, there's not much left of this thing.
Jesus.
There's just shrapnel flying around, scattering upon you. There's a few sort of like lost bombers who were coming in to refuel, who are just like sort of, like you can see them just sort of like ducking and sort of like rolling away, trying to just get out of the explosion. But there is also a horde, like a swarm of angry bees of fighters, just coming in on your position, swirling through the sky.
That's
as
fair.
Trevor starts piloting towards the next refuel.
Yes.
Can I suggest asking them to surrender? It's a good idea.
That's a Harry move. We want blood.
So, we have killed one refueler.
One refuel
have.
gone.
And it did not hurt the others in its explosion.
It did not.
Cool. But it did hurt some bombers.
Yeah, it took out all the bombers that were nearby, all the bombers that were on board, and more importantly, the entire supply of bombs that they had.
Nice. That's very cool, and I like it. I'm gonna take aim on the next closest refueling station / vessel.
Trevor sort of brings in, like, well, I can get you to the next one before those fighters get in, but after that, well, it's gonna get hairy.
I know something about that.
All right, well, let's just do the same thing again. It worked once. As he sort of just slides in above the top of this thing.
And it's a 17, y'all.
And Cleo aims this thing and just ejects the second of 5 cartridges as it rockets down. Similarly, like, you're too close. They can't do anything. This is not a maneuverable ship. This thing's coming in with the speed of a fighter. It's, it's just a direct hit. It comes in once more. And I'm just going to roll a D100 for intensity once more.
I've just failed my first attempt at hacking. I want to try and, while this is happening, try and break the code so that I can reach the craw from the ship that we are in. But I've rolled an 8,
probably
so
a good
I
idea.
Failed the first attempt. But I'm going to keep trying.
You're trying to break into the craw's communications, but so far no luck.
So far I failed, but I'm going to keep trying.
As this bomb, again, it does a similar thing, like sort of exploding, sending bombers just scattering and flying, but it doesn't look all that much like it's damaged the ship until the ship sort of rolls over in midair, and you see a crack, a big, horrifying-looking crack in the armor, as all of a sudden the vacuum of space takes it. And this ship just starts peeling itself apart as though it's almost sort of turning inside out as the armoring just peels back.
That's insane.
And suddenly just everything that was inside suddenly starts going flying
It's
out.
incredible.
It rips apart. The ship breaking into multiple pieces, sort of flying about. There's a few smaller explosions. As though this ship doesn't seem to have been taken apart altogether as much, but it's still utterly disabled. You can sort of see parts of the ship hovering with like flickering lights and shields, and looking as though like perhaps some of the engineers aboard might even be like keeping things together, having closed off some bulkheads. But the section of the ship that takes the bombers on, completely demolished.
Cleo, I imagine that white light I see coming from below the gun line is your work.
If it's bright, I made it.
Excellent work.
Did we completely destroy that second one, or is part of it still there?
It's part of it's still there. It's not blown up, but it is completely disabled at the minute.
Okay,
But
cool.
it might still have some bombs available, but it's really there's no way for anyone to land a bomber on it. So it's, as far as you're concerned right now, it's completely disabled.
Can you let me know, Dickie, when I should roll again for the?
Give me another roll. Yeah, just give me a roll.
Oh my God,
bombing
natural
it.
20.
Natural 20.
Nat 20.
So as the swirling swarm of fighters is coming in on you, and Trevor has to sort of pull away and start performing evasive maneuvers, Dr. Z, meanwhile, is hacking into the crawl systems, and he works it out. He cracks it. He understands suddenly. It's like, yes, the structures. It's not built in binary, but on the shape of an egg.
Who was the person who built the castles that we bought the castles off? It was Vrog.
Vrog.
Vroj. Yeah, Vroj.
Vroj. I just connect to them and I say,
Vroj. We are Vroj.
like I'm just going to be like, I don't know. That's the only craw I know, so it's the only one I've got to go on.
What? What are you talking about?
Vroj. Castle maker Vroj.
Look, this is a private communication. We're at war. What do you?
Well, look, at the moment, do you see the 2 bright lights in the sky?
We see 2 very big bright lights in the sky. I'm not sure why I'm so southern.
If you wish to continue seeing these bright lights, we're going to need help.
Who is this?
So glad you asked.
Yeah, I'm like,
Well, it's a jellyfish and a bear, and a human, if you must know.
Well, that really doesn't help things much at all.
Yeah, you asked the question, okay? I mean, look, I've got a simple offer. Do you want to keep seeing more bright lights? Help us out.
Is this something to do with that woman that arrived from the south.
Oh, yes, Harry's sprinter.
Well, why didn't you say so?
Well, I don't know what Harry's code names are. I'm going for, I met a very nice craw. He sold me some castles. I took over his body for a brief moment. You know, it was...
Well, what are you doing up there? You gotta do something about these bombers. They're gonna get through.
Yes, well, now they have no place to refuel.
All right, mystery jellyfish bear man. We got all our forces up there fighting. What do you want them to do?
I have not thought this through.
Look, whatever you can spare to help will be helpful for us. We have 3 more bright lights ready to go. When these are done, that's it. We'll be coming down. But currently we're targeting the refueling stations.
Give us the call sign, and we won't shoot you down at least.
Okay, I'll send the call sign. Maybe I can recode our call sign or whatnot. But I mean, whatever it is, I'll send it.
So they sort of pass through that.
Triumph.
Triumph!
You taking one of their bombers against them. Wish I'd thought of that.
Yes, that might have been him.
That's kind of like what we did to y'all.
Oh, oops.
Shh.
We thought of that while we was in your brain.
Yeah.
Well, look, we still got a lot of bad blood with you Zog people, but I guess we got a common enemy right now.
Same, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, likewise. Look, I could make this more difficult. I could briefly change the ship's call sign to the chemist. And then switch it back, being like, it's not all one-sided.
Touche, Zog person. All right, we'll keep them fighters off you if you keep those bright lights coming in the sky.
All right, then.
And you do see some of the spear-like craw battering ram-looking ships sort of coming around the fight. Some of them, at least. Yeah, a lot of them they're stuck in their position.
Yeah, fair enough.
But some of them are coming in, and it's kind of a bit easier for them to do because a lot of the fighters that had to pull away from the dogfight to come and try and take you guys out have left an empty space as the craw are coming in behind, and they just start firing upon the swarm that are chasing at you. At the same time as Trevor is having to make some very sudden evasive maneuvers. I'm going to roll for that right now. Okay, I've rolled a 23 here, so Trevor is able to just get out of the way of these things and actually get himself behind on the other side of the refueling station from the swarm that's coming in.
I'll get the gun ready.
Like, Cleo, this is your moment. You got to get in there and you got to fire on this thing. Z, just whatever comes around that corner, shoot.
I've been waiting for this all week. 22.
22. Cleo, once again, unfailing, skill in aim, just drops the bomb straight on target.
Oh.
What? I'm really rolling bad on these percentile dice.
You are, though.
34. We're taking the 34. As the bomb, once again, just explodes. It's got this one major explosion, and then the micro explosions begin. As once again, the ship is not completely sort of demolished in one go, but it just starts breaking apart. And then its payload starts igniting, and once again, there's this just big chain reaction as the entire ship is blown out of the sky.
Holy shit.
We're blown away.
But at the same time as that happens, sort of blasting through the debris, you can see some of these fighter ships are coming in towards you. One of them in particular is just driving sort of headfirst in, and it takes aim and fires. Well, it takes aim to fire, I should say, as it's Dr. Z's turn still.
It's coming at us?
It's coming at you.
All right, then. Energy fucking Grey Dragon Blaster.
That's the button you can push.
Oh, I've only rolled a 10.
The Dr. Z fires at this thing, and it has to duck and weave a little bit out of the way, but it still is coming true at you as it fires. Oh, and it hits.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it hits, girl, yeah.
No, they hit us.
Hit me. Oh, okay.
Girl, no.
I was about to be like, hit me, baby, one more time.
Dealing 8 points of damage to your shield.
All right.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway, Trevor, let's roll for Trevor here, as Trevor is trying to pull away once again from the swarm and trying his best not to get caught up and, fired upon by the lot of them, because there's quite a few. Oh, thank goodness, it's an 18.
Oh,
Okay.
Trevor.
As Trevor once again is able to swirl away, you can see now the swarm is getting picked off as Craw fighters, more and more of them are coming into your assistance. And like what was chasing you is sort of all pulling back into what is once again a dogfight in the sky, or in space. As Trevor once again reels around, trying to get behind the refueling station, ready for Cleo to maybe make a fourth bombing run.
Oh,
But in all this time, what has Herodotus been up to?
Ostensibly, he's been restaging the ambush.
And as the troops are all sort of like getting themselves into these positions, ready to hide their various ships, much closer now, you've traveled further south, closer to Zard Castle, ready to fall back to its defensive line. You can see Larky's forces coming over the horizon. And Larky seems to have got the big golden landing ship back in action.
Ooh.
And it's at the center of this force.
So I guess Herodotus, is still dealing with the plan. So he's getting on the comms with the good old what was the name? Personal Pan?
Yeah.
Personal pan.
Personal Pan.
Okay, so he hails the ship to talk to Larky. Larky, come in, Larky.
We're coming for you, Herodotus.
I'm curious, before I take the rest of your ships, what is the story behind the name here? The Personal Pan? Is it a pizza reference?
Personal pan? Well, no, it's...
Is it a urinary thing? Do you have to get up in night?
What would you do? Pan, the little Bacchic god boy.
You wanted a
I thought you-
personal boy for your pleasures? Oh, Larky. And in front of all your officers as well.
The pleasure of the drink and music. I don't have to explain myself to you.
I'll have a personal pan as well.
Okay, yeah. So I forgot to say. So Larky's own ship. Has it gotten the shields back yet?
Yeah, so that's back up and running as far as you can tell.
All right. So.
Oh, you mean the one that you're the pan?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have re-engaged your shields by now.
Very good.
This is a second melee after all.
Okay. So how is the formation of Larky's second formation?
So they're coming in like this great big unit. There's fighters sort of heading things up, darting about, but then there's Larky's own ship. And then it looks as though there seems to be a rather large number of these infantry ships, as well as a further round number of let's say 7, the cruisers, much like the two that you crashed into one another.
All right.
He's coming with a lot more force this time, and one thing you can tell is like as soon as your shields are gone, you will not be able to survive any sort of barrage from this. You really need to
All right.
play your timing right to not actually get hit by everything.
Very good. Okay, Herodotus gets on the comms with the rest of the force that's hiding above him.
Does anyone have eyes on the enemy force?
Yeah, I got a clear view on them, Harry.
Very good. Give me coordinates.
Patching them through now.
I shall blind fire. Well, I'll make them think I'm blind firing anyway. Up through the clouds. They shall think I'm panicking. Hopefully, as I'll shoot like I've never touched a blaster before.
All right, well, you just make sure you keep yourself safe, because they're going to come down hard on you, and, well, we are outnumbered and outgunned here.
Very good. So, once I've fired my blast, they will dive for me. Most guns will be directed towards me. I want a small contingent, 1 or 2 ships of yours, to head due west and make yourselves visible by firing wildly upon the enemy. The rest of the guns will be directed towards them. Then the rest of you will dive through their formation and make your way south towards the fortress. Draw them into the fortress' effective firing range, and we shall have a luau the size of Maui.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
All right, then. I guess we got this coming.
We do indeed, sir. Power and glory.
Crispy on the things like,
Well, you're just about as crazy as that smart bear.
She is indeed. Now, power and glory, men. See you on the other side. And remember, men, if you find yourself flying over green fields, nothing but blue skies above, worry not. We are already in Elysium, and you are already dead.
And then he fires up his shots. Great Dragon Blaster.
Shit.
It's a right, yeah.
Oh, really?
It's just
Nice.
poor damage.
Okay, that's fine.
It hurts.
And your shot sort of comes straight in, hitting one of the cruisers, dealing 5 damage to its shield, but more importantly, drawing the attention of this entire force. As you can see, they're all just sort of like turning.
Mm-hmm.
The fighters diving ahead down into the clouds as they're getting ready to just fire a barrage into whatever may be down there. And as a few sort of random blasts come off in your general direction.
Yeah, I'm fucking peeling out, using terrain as best as I can, and trying to if I can heal out.
Oh my goodness!
What?
Give me a piloting
Oh,
roll.
yeah.
It's going to be a D20 plus 5.
Oh no, it's terrible when Dick gets a 20.
17, it's not bad.
Not bad.
That's plus 5 though.
Yeah.
22. So Herodotus, like as they're firing blindly into these clouds, one of these shots is actually coming in completely true, but you are able to sort of roll off and avoid it. And it's at that moment that coming out of the sky, the entirety of your Zarg fleet
The glorious.
just burst into vision,
Yes.
hiding behind the stealth
Yeah.
cooking pot, which gives them a lot of extra aid as it comes visible, and then they peel around from the outside. Suddenly, the entire fleet have just been shooting down at these clouds. They've all sort of exhausted their barrage, as suddenly there's just ships among them. They're being fired out from one side as some of the ships are firing around, but the majority of the force just sort of sails through.
Holy damn.
Billy Boy Zarg in particular is just sort of flying around, almost like looking as though he's just trying to scrape the landing gear of the Grey Dragon across Laki's ship.
Like a straight up dragon. Fucking billboard.
Just sort of like diving around, really trying to irritate him as much as possible as he sort of swoops around like.
Yeehaw!
But the other fighters as well, sort of swelling around as they all dart through and begin flying due south towards the castle,
Oh my god.
with the entirety of Laki's force in swift pursuit back towards Zarg Castle.
Yes.
I love it when a plan comes together.
It's actually working. Time to thank our patrons, you
It is time.
bastards.
One by one, we shall thank them.
Yes.
One by one.
Not 2 by 2. No 3
Keep
by
this
3.
ship afloat.
They are.
Ship afloat.
Patrons are the ultimate petrol.
Petrol.
Yes.
The ultimate
We will
petrol.
burn you.
You know.
Come on.
Even though that's, I guess, not really what goes in spaceships.
Mm.
But,
Not with that attitude.
nope.
Not with all these renewables.
Here they be, y'all. These are the patrons.
The patrons.
The official patrons of Backwater Bastards, and they are cheaper by the dungeon.
Cheaper by the dungeon.
By the dungeon, baby.
And Lucas Duff.
Ah, Lucas Duff. Duffman Never Dies. Also Ballad of the Seven Dice.
And Marcus Brackelman.
Broccoli boy.
Love broccoli. And
Oh,
Fernando Garcia.
Ah,
Fernando.
Garcia Station.
Oh, Fernando.
And Eric B. Rhodes.
Eric Rhodes.
Eric
Rhodes.
More like
Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes.
He's out there.
Eric Rhodes.
Patrolling the galaxy.
Eric Rose.
Shooting them down.
Never giving them
Fine.
up.
Eric Rose.
Never gonna give
Eric Rose.
Forever. And Noodle,
Noodle.
Noodle.
whose name is also Dan. The Abel Queen. Nicole Snyder.
Hey guys. It's Nicole.
A dang bastard.
Hey guys.
Next
It's
one
Nicole.
is Randy Lovins.
Oh, porn star Randy with that big old willy.
Whoa. Okay. That was a lot more direct than I thought we were.
Randy Lovins,
that's a
porn
bit more-
star
bit
with a
more.
big old dang.
Randy, he fucks.
He fucks.
He fucks.
He fucks
He
big.
does. He does.
No, we fuck with Randy.
Yeah.
We do,
Whoa.
Yeah.
actually.
Okay. That's good.
And Ybots999.
Oh,
Why?
Wibbits.
Why? But
Wibbits.
Have you
It's
brought?
not easy being green.
Why?
Women.
And Trevor.
Trevor,
Forever.
forever, you better get us out of this mess. You better
Yeah,
fly
Trevor.
the ship true.
God damn it,
Trevor.
Trevor.
Trevor, you
Trevor.
fucking
Fucking cat.
Save us, Trevor.
Trevor.
Mm.
We love you, Trevor, you spoon.
You fucking
Yes,
space head.
spoonhead.
You spice head.
The spicy spoonhead, you.
And then Ben Tooth, the
Ah.
bridge master.
Gnomacy podcast.
Funky wee man.
Funky fucking weeman.
Funky women.
Ben is a professional bridge troll.
Maybe
One
take
of
a
those
gift.
people-
One of them
Well,
is Doff.
Daphne.
Doff.
who we
I
now
doff my hat unto thee.
I
We
do
now
not
name
know who we're
Doff.
talking about.
Doff
That
is
is-
Daphne's new name.
Oh, right.
She's been renamed.
Renamed.
That happens to people when they come here.
Mm-hmm.
It's how we think that Daphne is actually supposed to be
It is.
pronounced, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's pronounced Doff.
And Clayton,
Dog meat.
who
Dog
we
meat.
know as Dog Meat.
Oh, thank you, Dog
Dog
Meat, for
meat.
joining us, bastards.
We
you
love you,
are a
Dog
bastard.
Meat.
It's like I always say, it's better with dog meat than dog shit.
Also,
Yeah, I
If you-
guess so.
if you're not in the Discord, then you need to be in there to see Dog Meat posting dad shit.
Yeah.
Dog Meat posts some dad shit, and he embarrasses his kids a lot, and it's
We
brilliant.
we actually really love
It's
that.
fucking great.
Inventors,
We
they post
stan
baby.
embarrassment of younger generations. It's the only way we can stay afloat.
Yeah.
And Shima.
Shima. Oh, Shima, how you doing? Welcome.
you
Thank
doing?
you.
How
you.
are
Are you
doing?
doing?
What are you doing?
I
What
hope
are you
it's well
doing?
because you have joined the ranks of an exclusive club of people.
Yes.
And you are a human diamond.
I would agree. And thank you so much for
In
being
fact,
here, Shima.
all of you are human diamonds, and it wouldn't be fun to do this if you weren't here.
It would
It
suck
is
to cut glass
facts.
without you.
Facts. Put it in raps.
Facts.
Right.
Yeah, what would even be the point of recording it? if
What
no
would
one
be
listened?
the actually? Yeah. What
Li-
would be?
li-
Yeah.
literally nothing.
Honestly, we've
As
said
an
it so
act-
many
No
times,
point.
but it does blow my little noodle that there are people out there that are willing to pay for it. But more than that, this blows my noodle that there are people willing to listen every bloody week. It's silly.
That like it.
Thank you. Thank you so
We
much.
love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the
And
inspiration.
we hope you continue to like it. And find us on all the socials, join the Discord, tell us what you're thinking.
Come hang out. Come hang
Yes.
out. The
We-
Discord's
we'd
free,
l-
and
we'd
so
love-
are we.
We'd love to know.
Yes, and if you want to help the show, then please head on over to iTunes, give us a review, cheeky little fucking 5-star review. Helps us climb the charts, and that helps
Tell us about
get
it.
into more air holes with other people that you don't know and we don't know. But one day we might know, and that would be brilliant.
And then we'll let you know.
Yeah,
We'll let you know.
we'll let you know.
Don't
Yes.
call us, we'll call you.
Anyways, thank you very much, everyone. You bastards. Bye.
You bastards.
Bear,
Bye.
bear, bear.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Y'all come back later.
Don't come back later, because that's when we start peeling our outfits off and taking our people skins off and your extra eyeballs is popping out and all your jelly is everywhere and yeah.
Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_Bastards.